Does anyone have a question?
Stuart, I have a question, Bob Sink.
Yes, Bob.
When we're ready to disentangle our those things that have become habits, how best to approach that?
Well, look, we are creatures of habit. And the best way to approach it that I found is create good habits for yourself. Even doing this meditation uh, can become a habit, but it's not a habit that's going to be detrimental to your inner life. It's a habit that's going to help you to grow and a habit worth doing because the very, core of it is working on transforming old, stale habits, that bring up negativity and into a spiritual life. So it's really one habit or another. I mean it. It's just one habit or another. Everything we do, we create habits. People are conditioned by their behavior. So we might as well create habits that truly are positive habits and that free us from, well, it's not a problem, but like smoking, drinking, and thousands of other habits that really do damage to human beings. The way we think, opinions of other people, judgments. So I think that's one way of overcoming, those habits that really create negativity for you. Create habits that are positive habits and do them. Align yourself with them, work with them every day until they become so integral to your life that they transform all those old habits into, just energy. And literally, like they can become a spiritual life. We get stronger than the things that are killing us by creating a work ethic, positive habits, things that can help and benefit us if they become part of our daily routine. And not allowing these things to get stale, to stagnate. Now, again, the very good habit is making a commitment to sit down every day and do this meditation practice. It will take you deep enough in yourself to transform any old habits into positive energy. And the incredible thing about it is it doesn't get stale, because the deeper you take it, the more consciousness, the more of a spiritual energy unfolds inside you. Which keeps you from this kind of a habit from ever getting stale and becoming a negative thing. Does anyone else have a question?
Stuart, I have another question.
Yes, Bob.
So what I'm hearing is that you're not even putting energy in to the negative habit. Um, uh,
Why do that? It'll just get bigger and more daunting and create more negativity inside. Put it into positive habits. Let them get so strong that these negative things just disappear. There's no room for both of them to live inside you. Why pour energy into negativity? It'll just grow. You know, uh, there was once a movie I saw about a flower in a flower shop. That the guy who was taking care of the flowers, the flower began to talk and say, "Eat me, feed me, feed me." And he began to feed the flower, and the flower grew into a monster that took over the entire flower shop and consumed people and everything, Little Shop of Horrors, I think it was called. Kind of a funky movie, but an interesting concept because that's what happens with negativity. If you feed it, it'll grow and take over. If you feed positive energy, it will grow and take over. And it'll absorb all the negativity. I mean, everything, habits and mind, and everything needs food. Everything needs something to feed it. And the negative quantity in a human being needs what feeds it. Usually it feeds off the weakness inside people, their tension, their anxieties, their insecurities. But once you build a system inside that's strong enough, that's positive enough, it will consume the negativity. The negativity will begin to disappear. I mean, it's a very good way to approach your meditation practice. Understand what this is doing. We all have negativity in us. What we need is a part of us that gets so strong, it devours the negativity. The negativity disappears. There's no room for both of them to live inside us. Heart's open, there's love, and all the things I talk about become possible if we learn how to consume the negativity. And you do that by building positive habits. I mean, when I was younger, I used to get depressed a lot when I was younger, and it would sometimes go on for months. And this is pre-Rudy, when I finally learned how to master that. But it was the kind of energy that used to feed off of all the weakness inside me. When I would get upset, I would get negative, I would get that depression used to consume me. And when I met Rudy and he showed me this meditation and I began to use it and work on it, I began to build a system inside that was strong enough to consume the depression till it just went away. And what a relief not to have to live with that. It's really a relief. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask?
Thank you, Stuart.
You're welcome, Bob. Great lunch yesterday, Bob. I really enjoyed it. Does anyone else have a question they would like to? I hope what I'm talking about is clear. You know, what I'm talking about is not a spiritual life. What I'm talking about is just basic human developments inside us that lay the groundwork so that we can have a spiritual life. And if that groundwork isn't put in a human being, I don't care how spiritual people talk, it's just all bullshit. Unless they have that groundwork inside them. You know, they have built a system that can consume the negativity. Does anyone else have a question? Okay, there are no more questions. There'll be a meditation tomorrow evening. Next Sunday, there won't be any meditation, as I've been announcing, because I'm holding a retreat here at my home here in Connecticut. But there will be class on Monday and Wednesday and Thursday, and then the following Monday after. So God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you for being part of these classes, and your presence really is extraordinary. It just helps. I'm hoping you grow, and it helps me grow, and it's a wonderful thing. So bless you all. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
Thank you.